Imagine this, the heat of a fire so hot that it burns off the skin of just being so close to it. The sound of death as it approaches and you hear it. Co-workers jumping off the 23rd floor in order to escape their insurmountable pain and agony of the fire. My father was in the middle of that in 1973. He had to protect himself as he found routes to the roof with the bodies of his co-workers in order to find that additional minute of his journey, or miracle, to the rooftop where he was actually saved by a helicopter. He was 32 years old back then. He had 3 kids, my brother that was just 4. 3 years before I was born. So this is my story. I was born in Brazil in 1973 after the horrendous fire that my dad went through. This fire was one of the most, the worst high-rise fire in Brazil, the Joelma's fire, up to date. He came from a very small town in northeastern Brazil, Recife, and at a very young age, he had to learn how to kind of support himself and his family. My grandfather passed away when he was only 9. And I learned a few things talking to him, right? My grandmother didn't work, she only sewed and cooked. So I learned that in life, lifelines will be given to you if you're able to identify them and think for them when they come. A local father helped him to go through high school and put him through school, where he actually graduated with honors and he started working at Citibank at age 15. He worked there for 45 years. And in those 45 years, he was able to take us to many places, right? We kind of were like nomads. We were moving everywhere, from Brazil to Argentina to the US. I stayed in the US because by then, 1992, I had to finish my high school and went to college, but then he went to London, where he finally retired. So in 1992, I moved here, we lived in this town called Fort Lauderdale, South Florida, very nice town. Went to Catholic school, Cardinal Gibbons, eventually went to the University of Miami where I graduated in finance and accounting. And then started my professional career there. I guess I learned a lot from my dad, trying to be together, being connected with all my brothers, even though we live in a very immigrant global society. I have 2 brothers that live in Mexico, my family is in Brazil. I think all of us can identify to that, right? We're all immigrants and everybody's all over the place. And by that, he had the same way with his brothers. We're in constant communication. Thank God for technology up to date because we have WhatsApp, we have Instagram, but we can kind of, that distance is diminished significantly, right? So we can kind of be there, but we're not there. So that we learned from him because as he grew up in a very small family and taking care of all his brothers, they constructed this bond that kind of he passed to the future generation, and we have the same thing with our current generation. I married at a very young age and have a beautiful girl. Her name is Giovanna. She is one of the best gifts that God had ever given to me. I always dreamt of having a family. It didn't work the first time around. You know, life is about making mistakes and going to the next time. But I did learn a lot from this experience. I learned that you have to work hard in everything you do. And if you want to become the best that you want to be, you have to go through the trials and tribulation. And always try to work beyond your limitations and abilities. You can't be afraid of all the things that are set upon you. And you just have to build that mindset and actually truly define where you want to go when you really get to. 5 years later, after my divorce, I did find my soulmate, Mariana. She has been the true blessing in my life. And we've been together for 13 years and many more years to come. She blessed me with 2 amazing kids. Enzo, well, as a Brazilian soccer player, he plays soccer, who knows? His dream is to become a soccer player, and I'm definitely pushing all that. And my daughter, Antonella, little girl, she wants to be an actress. Maybe future Oscar winner, who knows? But we're definitely pushing everything. They're truly my North Star. Mariana, Giovanna, Enzo, and Antonella are truly my North Star. I can't go on one day thanking the Lord for all these blessings. Finally, in our voyage as a family, we always have to grind 25 hours a day, right? We have to be on top of what we want to get. We really have to find the drive and passion of our own insecurities and doubts. and always look to where we need to be. But my plan of life is the following. I believe in a higher being, God. And I truly believe that He has a life plan to us, a chart, let's call it. He knows when we're going to be. Today, Evaldo, your father, of 4 Toastmasters, you live in the Bay Area. But I visualize myself once I die, and I'm talking to him at the gates of where we're going to be. He goes, dude, I had this life plan in front of me, and you were getting it. But one thing that you call my attention to is, I didn't see this coming, because I was writing your life plan as you were living it. So at the end of the day, what I instill in all of you guys is to outwork your God's plan and live at it while He's writing it. So the question too that I have to you, are you guys outworking your life plan to the next level to impress God when you actually sit in front of Him? That's the question I have to you all, you guys. Not in Toastmasters.